What's up, guys? This is day 124 of talking about my life. I got the red lights back on because why not? Got to get back into the routine, back into the zone. Today was a quite a productive day. Morning was not very productive. I spent a lot of the morning looking at cool videos of the Aston Martin, just motivating myself even more and envisioning myself in the car and envisioning the moment my parents see me in it, and all uh, and the feeling of proving them wrong. So yeah, productive day. Went to the gym, had productive calls with Daniel, talking about the strategy, talking about what we're supposed to be doing. Quite tough conversations because sometimes we don't know what to do, and we don't have the right information. Tried looking online, finding answers. We tried contacting some people that are well known in the space to try to help us out. But for the main part, we know what we're doing. We just have to do it. The only thing that's stopping me right now is I actually don't have the products at my disposal. One of the products that was supposed to be here today or tomorrow actually canceled, and I didn't realize, so I didn't have time to order another product, so it could be on the way. So I ordered that right now. But yeah, gotta keep it up. It's 12 right now. Gonna go to bed quite soon so I can maintain my healthy sleep schedule. Don't want to be waking up past 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, so this is good for me. Went to the gym feeling great. That feeling of, you know, that, that burn in your muscle when you're doing normal tasks in the day. Just, there's a subtle feeling of proudness in me because I know I've pushed myself, not to my limits, but I've pushed myself hard, and I know I didn't want to do it, but I just did it anyways, especially in this small, crappy gym. Not being ungrateful, it is kind of crappy. But yeah. A little bit about my Korea trip. Very nice. A city that reminded me a lot of my hometown in China, Qingdao. Very peaceful, very advanced, sophisticated. A nice city to be in. Flat roads, great for fast cars, for cars that are close to the ground, which are typically fast. Pretty wealthy city as well, and country. I saw a lot of fast cars. Saw a lot of good vibes. We were staying in a hostel because my parents don't like to spend money, but that's good for me. I love to be in situations where I'm not very comfortable because it allows me to appreciate um, comfort. Appreciate luxury and build a sort of a desire to push myself and work my way towards luxury and not just be given it for free. I have to work for this stuff. So instead of being in a hotel, we stayed in a hostel that was actually in the gay sector of Seoul, which was the capital city of Korea. There's hella trans bars around. Not trans people. I didn't see any trans people. Thank God. But yeah, a lot of trans bars freaked me out. Jump scared me a few times. Anyways, great food. We went to a amusement park with me and my brother. Good times. The girls aren't that bad either. Not really exactly my type, but some of them are very cute. So, just a remark. Just putting that out there. If any of y'all are interested, go check out Seoul's Women. But yeah, that was my trip. Nothing crazy happened. Actually, The day we were traveling back with the metro, two missionaries came up to me. If y'all don't know, missionaries are like people who preach the gospel, who spread Christianity in different places. So they came up to me and asked me I if they could pray for me. So I was like, I was kind of startled at first because I've never had this sort of interaction, but I said yes, and they started praying. I'm like, hold up, actually, can we pray with my mom because she's currently sick? And then my mom comes up and she's like, I'm sick. I don't want this right now. And then just walks away. So I feel kind of embarrassed. My mom's kind of like that. Should have seen it coming. But yeah, I didn't feel good in that moment. But anyways, I stuck through the prayer, had my eyes open. They had their eyes closed. I just had my eyes open just to stay fully aware. I didn't know these people want to stay safe, right? Want to stay alert. But yeah, after the prayer, which was very nice, they decided it was a good idea, or I think this is their whole strategy. They pulled a book out and said that this is a book, blah, 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 in English and Korean, talks about this and that. They put it in my hand, and then they said, it costs this much. And I'm like, bro, really, bro? And yeah, I was like, I don't have any money on me. They're like, oh, but we accept bank transfer. I'm like, bro, nah. I said, no, I don't have any money on me. I gotta go. Kind of disappointed me that they tried to sell me something. Like, of course, I don't know how they make money. I don't know how missionaries make money in general, if they get sponsorships from someone or other things, but I just didn't feel like it was a good idea to sell. I don't know the correct way to phrase it, but like you're using God as a way to make money, and they're trying to make you feel guilty for not buying the book, making you feel guilty that you're not, um, I don't know what's the word, holy enough, or you're just not being kind, and they're trying to guilt trip you into buying their book. Anyways, I did not fall for their trap. That's kind of what happened. And yeah, Korea was a fun time. Most of the time we were at temples and boring landmarks. In general, it was a opportunity for me and my family to connect. And mostly me and my brother. My family most of the time had conflicts because that's just the nature of my family. Mostly, or only actually, sometimes it was me and my mom, sometimes it was me and my dad. But mostly, 90% it was my dad and mom. Sparking conflicts from stupid things, trust me. And the reason that's happening is because my dad is not enough of a man in the family. He's not a monarch in the family. He's not a leader enough. And with that comes democracy and two sides and inner conflict and wasted potential energy for love in the family. So I feel like my dad has to be more of a leader and say what's right and what's wrong and what we're going to be doing, instead of asking everyone for their opinion and allowing family members to do this and that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm probably not articulating myself correctly, but yeah. That's Korea for you guys. Also, an update on like my summer. I was supposed to do driving license for a car and a big motorcycle over 35 kilowatts. But since that's going to take more than 2 months, I decided only to do car. Because if I were to do the 2 months one, I would be late to meet Daniel on the 1st of August. So anyways, that's it for today's video. Way longer than usual. Just had to cover up a few things. Yeah, that's it for today. Stay blessed up, stay prayed up. Stay hard, stay grinding, don't give up. And stay off of social media. Peace out.